if you think about it in light of that, the same part of the brain that governs birth also governs intimacy. Think about what kind of conditions are needed for that to be enjoyable, for that to work well. Well, you need privacy, you need familiarity, you need to be uninterrupted. People with toddlers, you know what that's like, right? If you're constantly interrupted, how that affects the mood. You need to be undisturbed, and you most of all need to feel safe. If you're surrounded by strangers and you are asked to be in uncomfortable positions, they are poking, they're prodding, you're being interrupted all the time. Constantly people coming in there in bright lights. Like, think about what that would feel like in the setting of intimacy versus in birth. We kind of think, well, this is what has to happen, this is normal. But your body knows when it feels safe and when it doesn't. Being at home, that's familiarity. At home, you are not interrupted. You are undisturbed. You're free to move about as you wish, and you feel safe there. You have privacy, and there's not just a bunch of people in the room and all this commotion and all this activity that is actually stimulating the neocortex. So one of the most effective things that you can do to avoid that slower stall is to labor at home as long as possible. And not just because you're trying to avoid intervention, if that's the case, but because you want labor to continue to progress at a good rate where you are most comfortable and where your body feels the safest, because that's when it can do so. If you are giving birth at home, that would look like, don't introduce other people into the mix too soon.